On the same day, most Bills fans find out that we're losing a cornerback for the season. Brandon Beane and the Bills front office just pick up another one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this roster update edition of Believers Talk, where we keep you up to date on all the roster moves happening at One Bills Drive. Again, thank you guys for joining me. I am your host. My name is Joe, and if you're new to this channel, guys, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for continual breaking Buffalo Bills news. Whenever there's a player added, whenever there's a free agent signing, we have you covered right here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. After you hit that subscribe button, you want to hit that notification bell. YouTube will notify you when we put out new content. While you're here, like this video, leave a comment, and share this video. Let people know that we are doing breaking news on the most recent, or one of the two most recent Buffalo Bills acquisitions. We'll do the second acquisition in a later episode later today, so make sure you're on the lookout for that. But we want to talk about the cornerback position. Now, earlier today, this morning, we found out that Buffalo Bills cornerback CJ Gaines will be missing the season. He has decided to opt out of his contract for the 2020 NFL season. We saw earlier this week with Star Latuile. We've seen it a lot with some New England Patriots players. We saw it yesterday with CJ Mosley of the New Jersey Jets. So there are players that are opting out here. Okay, so we do have to be a little bit concerned about that. However, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you have to realize that out of all these opt-outs, losing Gaines is not that big of a deal compared to others. Now, I will say that Gaines last year played with the Cleveland Browns, has a history of injuries, right? Only played 6 games for the Cleveland Browns last year, starting 2. Then the previous season, he already played for our Buffalo Bills, and he played in 11 games in 2018. And when we signed Gaines back in March, or maybe it was early April, I forget, I was a little excited because even though he wasn't a constant contributor on the field, when he was on the field, he was good at what he did, right? Leslie Frazier, Coach McDermott put him in a place to succeed in Buffalo that he hadn't seen prior and hasn't really seen since in his career. So I thought he was effective in his role as a slot corner for the Buffalo Bills in 2018. And I was looking forward to him continuing that role in 2020. Obviously, that's not going to be the case, but if you think about the Buffalo Bills when it comes to the cornerback position, we have pretty good depth. I mean, one thing that we gotta love about Coach McDermott, Brandon Beane, this front office, especially in these times, is the depth that they've added to this team. Now, I have been on here saying, you know, you only have depth until you don't. So you don't want to see a continual end of people opting out like you see in New England. But at the same time, losing EJ Gaines just is not as big of a deal as, let's say, the Jets losing CJ Mosley. So we lose a cornerback in EJ Gaines. So Brandon Beane in the front office knows, well, we have to add one, right? And that's exactly what he does. So Bills fans found out earlier today that EJ Gaines would not be playing for the Bills this year. So we found out just about an hour ago that the Buffalo Bills have signed cornerback Akeem King, formerly of the Seattle Seahawks, before that of the Atlanta Falcons. Akeem King went to college at San Jose State, was a 7th round draft pick in 2015 by the Atlanta Falcons, spent the first 3 seasons of his career with Atlanta, played a little bit in 2015, did not get a lot of playing time his rookie year. Again, a 7th round draft pick, you normally will not see a lot of playing time your rookie season. Then in 2016, he was on the practice squad for the Atlanta Falcons, and unfortunately in 2017 suffered a foot injury that kept him on IR for the remainder of the season. So 2018, he goes to the Seattle Seahawks, and he does find a little bit more success, finds a little bit more playing time with the Seattle Seahawks. In 2018 and 2019, he plays in 29 games for Seattle, starts 4 games, and in 2019 he has 2 pass deflections in 1 start, 17 total tackles, and last year he played 25% of the defensive snaps. However, when you think about a guy like Akeem King, you think about a 7th round draft pick, how are they going to make a team? It's going to be on special teams. So you do have to think about his special team contributions as well when you talk about picking up a guy this close to the NFL season. And last year, he played in 36% of special team snaps. So he does play defense. He does add a little something to special teams as well. And I think that's something that Buffalo Bills fans have to consider when looking at Akeem King. Now, when you look at the cornerback room for the Buffalo Bills, obviously we know who our number one is, right? Trey White has that on lock down. Our number two is going to be a position battle between Josh Norman and Levi Wallace. So we know that that's more than likely going to be a battle between those two guys. But then you wonder who's going to be our slot corner, right? Akeem King could fit that role. We did pick up a 7th round draft pick who could definitely come in at cornerback and fill a slot cornerback position role if in training camp he proved something to the Buffalo Bills coaching staff. So definitely going to be a competition there now. However, if you look at special teams on top of that, that might help Akeem King get a spot on this roster. I'm not sure that he will, but definitely wouldn't hurt him that he has had that special teams experience. But I think there's going to be a little bit of a competition there between the Buffalo Bills 7th round draft pick and Akeem King for that slot corner position now that EJ Gaines has announced he is opting out of the 2020 NFL season. So guys, that's what I have on Akeem King. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Listen, Brandon Beane, Bills front office, they're doing their due diligence, right? At this point, you can't do anything about the veterans that are opting out. However, it's next man up. This guy has NFL experience, has been on the field, has been a starter in the NFL. Let's see what he can bring to the Buffalo Bills. Let's see what he can bring to that big nickel package that we know Coach McDermott loves to run. There are a lot of good things here at One Bills Drive. Unfortunately, we lose a player, but Brandon Beane and the front office do a great thing picking one up immediately after we hear about EJ Gaines opting out. So again, let me know what you think about Akeem King. I'll be back in just a minute to talk about another player that the Buffalo Bills picked up today. So make sure that you subscribe to Believers Talk, hit that notification bell. YouTube will notify you. And again, like this video. I look forward to talking to you all soon, very soon, as the Bills keep making moves here. Until I do, go Bills.